Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm the Last Wanderer, and today we have Snapshot 21w20a, which is primarily a bug fix snapshot. In this snapshot, there are no new additions made to the Caves and Cliffs data pack, and almost all new changes are in relation to bugs. It's getting very apparent that Mojang is just in the process of polishing up 1.17 to begin pre-releases soon. Now, the first major change in this week's snapshot is a change that was supposed to be in last week's snapshot, and that is Amethyst Geodes becoming rarer. As you can see, geodes are a little bit rarer in this week's snapshot, though not too significantly rarer. Other changes made to geodes include preventing them from generating in dungeons and removing the spawner, preventing them from generating strongholds and removing the end portal, and preventing them from generating at bedrock and breaking the bedrock. Another significant change is that MC610 has finally been fixed. To give you some context on how old this bug is, there have been 22,000 bugs reported since that one. Now, this is a pretty old bug, and this bug was that grass and other plants could float above lakes when they were generated. This has finally been patched, though there are some other problems, like dirt still being exposed instead of grass generating, and these plants don't just not generate, they kind of pop off when the world is generated, so you can still find floating seeds and sometimes flowers in these ponds. There are still some generational problems though, since flowers and grass can still spawn on blocks they're not supposed to generate on. Some other plant-based fixes include the fact that you now get all Glowliking back when you mine Glowliking in a block. Before, you would only get one back, but now I can get 3 from there, 2 from there, and another 3 from there. You can also now hoe rooted dirt into dirt and get hanging roots items back. Now, the hanging roots items do appear very large, and this is probably a result of last week's snapshot where the item was slightly changed so it wouldn't appear floating in your hand when you held one. This will probably be fixed very soon though. This snapshot also has a few redstone related changes. For instance, a lava cauldron now outputs a signal strength of 3. Before, it only output a single strength of 1. This is likely a parity change, as on Bedrock Edition, it always outputted a signal strength of 3. The other change is that amethyst blocks are no longer transparent, and redstone can power them. Since I just mentioned cauldrons, I might as well cover another interesting change, where now, if you're on fire, and you hop into a powder snow cauldron, what'll happen is not only will the cauldron decrease in level by 1, but the cauldron will convert from powder snow to water. And the last couple of interesting bug fixes all have to do with axolotls. They'll no longer get confused and spin when they're on top of a lily pad or other waterlogged block. They'll just walk in the water. They also will now attempt to avoid lava. And axolotls will no longer attempt to play dead on land or from any source of damage that isn't a mob. And those were all the important changes for this week's snapshot. Now, there were a lot more bug fixes in this week's snapshot, but most of them were for smaller things, like obscure crashes and naming issues. As the 1.17 development cycle proceeds towards its conclusion with the pre-releases and then final release, most of these bug fixes will get smaller and smaller and be for less important things. But that's all I've got for now, so thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out some of my previous videos. Also make sure to come back next time for my next video. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye. How has this not been patched yet?